Hey, everybody, this your boy Martial Law coming to you this morning with a tutorial video. And just want to let y'all know the reason why I'm out here doing these audits, out here trying to protect people's rights, trying to make sure the police don't abuse anybody or abuse their power or things of that nature. So, first things first, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We're going to keep this thing rolling. I'm going to keep some good content for y'all. But I came to y'all this morning to let y'all know um, the reason for martial law. The reason I chose the name martial law is because my last name is Marshall. Matthew Marshall is my name. And when I chose that name, did a little research on it, and it stuck. It stuck with me. So there you have it, martial law. Um, I've had a couple encounters with police officers, but I had one major encounter with a police officer that changed my life. Uh, I wasn't hurt or anything. There's a lot of miscommunication with police officers and the justice system. So, with my story, I was pulling into a store. I was in a county called Byron. I was pulling in a store and I seen a police officer. He was pumping gas. I was in my 2000 Lincoln town car, which was a two-tone color vehicle. Had rims. Had my music playing, and I pulled in to the parking spot. And I went in the store, and the whole time I'm, watching the police officer, you know, not feeling like I'm doing anything wrong, but just watching him. So after I purchase what I was buying, go back to my car, get in my car, crank my car up, and something say, look back. I know when you put the car in reverse, you're supposed to look back anyway, but something said, look back. So I look back, and the police officer had pulled behind me. He didn't pull me over. He pulled up on me. But he got out the car and he was asking me, hey, uh, license registration. I said, what's the reason for the pull-up, officer? He said, license and registration. I said, what's the reason for the stop, officer? He pulled on my door. I said, wait, hold on. I'll open the door for you. So I unlocked the door and he opened the door. He pulled me out, put me in handcuffs instantly. And um, he was asking me what is my car. And I told him, you ran my tag. I am who the car is registered to. So, sit me in the back of the car. He called a couple of other officers over, and the best thing about it was my girlfriend was right next door, and I had told her I was at the store, and she was like, "Okay." So I'm sitting in the back of the car, and he's asking me questions. Told me I had a warrant for my arrest. And I was explaining to him that I've already been to court. I've already had that handled, situated, put behind me. And he just didn't believe it. So he went to search my car, uh, looking for drugs or guns or whatever. But I didn't have anything in the car. So um, he called Macon PD, Bibb County, which where I'm from. He called Bibb County, and they the one who had the active warrant out for my arrest. So he locked me up. Well, he detained me, took me in the back of the car, and he took me to meet Bibb County PD. And he got with Bibb County PD. They took me down to our local jail, which is the LEC, and I walked in the booking, and I was telling them that I already handled the situation. I've already been through this. This has to be an error. Has to be an error. So, men booking, they taking down what I had on. I took off one shoe. The officer that brought me to the jailhouse came back and said, hey, put your shoe back on. Let's go. And I said, I told you. And we left. He took me back to where my car was. I was able to get my car. And everything worked out. But like 30 minutes later, I seen that same officer that locked me up. And I told him that, I told you, it was an error. It was a mistake. And he just shrugged his shoulders like he didn't really care. But I said that to say this. That made me want to start doing more research on these laws and how officers act and how they should act and how they shouldn't act. So that gave me motivation to make my videos to make sure police officers are not trying to get over people that really are so oblivious to what's going on and certain laws and certain rights that you have as an American and that you need to use and that you need to stand on and that you always need to apply pressure when it comes to police officers when you're not in the wrong. Make sure you always cut your phone on and record, and make sure you always stick to your laws. Don't let them violate you. So this has been your boy Martial Law. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I'm out.